And could it be that God has not given you some stuff yet? Because if he gave it to you, it would crush you. It would be too heavy. It's not time for it yet. He's got to build you up some so that you can be ready for the blessing that he gives you. Because any blessing that God gives you does not come with sorrow. The blessings that God gives you, they are rich and add no sorrow. His yoke is easy, but his burden is light. And he's going to help you sustain whatever he gives you. I declare over your life that whatever comes to your hands, you're not going to fumble. No fumbles today. I'm going to get spiritual after a while. Y'all pray for me. He's 20 years he's working on Jacob. He's working on his character. He's working on his patience. He's working on his temperament. He's working on Jacob. You see, when he left from his father's house, he was a trickster. But coming out of the process, now he's a responsible man of God. He was immature then, but now he's mature. He was empty then, but now he's full, and he has a family now. God had to do some things in him and birth some things through him before he took him to Bethel. So the process was not wasted. After all his pain, God speaks to Jacob again, 20 years later. He gives him 3 commands. He says, arise, go to Bethel. He says, dwell there. Then he says, build an altar there. Let's look at those 3 things and we're done. Number 1, God called Jacob to a familiar location. Bethel was a new start, but it was something he heard about before. It was a place named. It was something familiar to him that God wanted to take him back to. Bethel was once marked by isolation, marked by running from problems and avoidance and uncertainty, but God redefined the place. Before God took Jacob forward, he took him back to Bethel. What does Bethel look like for you? Bethel was the place he dreamed. Bethel was the place he prayed. Bethel was the place he got a word about his legacy. Bethel was a place where he promised that he would give generously to God. So what is Bethel for you? Bethel is your dreams. God's saying, go back to your dreams. Go back and rehearse the promises that God gave you. Go back to those prophecies you received. Go back to that commitment to generosity you made. Go back to prayer. You may have been sidetracked.